Event and future development of the pig farming industry in Kuala Langat, Selangor, Malaysia, in 2025. Malaysia is one of the important pig farming countries in Southeast Asia, and the Kuala Langat area in Selangor is one of the main pig farming areas. The region's pig farming industry has long faced challenges such as environmental regulations, changes in market demand, and disease prevention and control. In early 2025, the region's pig farming industry was severely affected by the African swine fever, ASF, epidemic, prompting the government to strengthen control and also triggering in-depth discussions on the future development direction of the pig farming industry. This video will explore the current challenges facing the pig farming industry in Kuala Langat and analyze possible future developments. Since 2023, African swine fever has broken out in several states in Malaysia, leading to large-scale culling and market supply shortages. In early February 2023, more than 68,000 pigs were culled due to the epidemic, which seriously affected the pig supply chain and pushed up pork prices. In early 2025, Selangor once again confirmed an outbreak of African swine fever, ASF, in 3 pig farms, Kampung Tumbuk Pig Farm in Kuala Langat. Approximately more than 10,000 of pigs are involved. The government has taken culling and prevention measures to curb the spread of the epidemic. This disease has an extremely high mortality rate for pigs. Although it will not infect humans, it will seriously affect the supply and market price of live pigs. After the outbreak, the government claimed to have quickly taken a series of emergency measures. 1. Seal off infected pig farms and prohibit the outflow of live pigs and related products to prevent the spread of the epidemic. 2. Kill and destroy infected pigs to reduce the risk of virus transmission. 3rd, strengthen biosafety supervision and require surrounding pig farms to improve epidemic prevention measures, including disinfection and personnel entry and exit control. 4th, suspend some live pig transactions to reduce the risk of virus transmission in market circulation. The outbreak has caused a short-term supply crunch in the pork market in Kuala Langat and across Selangor, and has prompted the government and industry to rethink their farming models to reduce the risk of similar outbreaks in the future. Rising feed costs and economic pressures. In addition to the impact of epidemics, rising feed prices have also been a huge challenge faced by pig farmers in recent years. Since Malaysia is highly dependent on imported feed raw materials such as corn and soybeans, their price fluctuations directly affect breeding costs. In recent years, the price of live pigs has risen from about 1,000 ringgit per 100 kilograms to 1,500 to 1,700 ringgit. Pig farmers are facing greater operating pressure. Whether this is due to the increase in global feed prices or the decline in the country's currency exchange rate is a matter of opinion. Challenges facing the pig industry. In recent years, the outbreak of African swine fever has had a serious impact on the supply of live pigs in the region. The high mortality rate of the disease has forced a large number of farmers to cull their pigs, resulting in an imbalance in market supply and demand and dealing a significant blow to the farmers' economy. In addition, in order to curb the spread of the epidemic, the government has introduced a series of epidemic prevention measures, requiring farms to strengthen biosafety management, which undoubtedly increases operating costs and makes it difficult for small farmers to bear. According to local news, the relevant departments in the state have made 4 requests for this epidemic. The veterinary director responded at the exchange meeting as follows. 1. Request the government to provide vacant land for bearing pigs. The land office has considered that the Kampung Tumbuk land is peat soil and is not suitable for bearing a large number of dead pigs. At the same time, the government has no vacant land to provide for bearing pigs. The veterinary director also banned the removal of dead pigs and stipulated that they must be buried within the farm grounds. 2. Request the government to provide scrappers and workers to handle the pig burial work. The veterinary director said that apart from the CO2, which is paid by the veterinary department, other expenses such as scrappers, trucks for transporting dead pigs, disinfectants, etc., are borne by the farmers. JKR agreed to assist the pig farmer in finding a foreman and a lorry to transport the dead pigs, with the cost to be borne by the pig farmer. 3. Request the government to compensate farms whose pigs were destroyed due to the virus infection. The veterinary director will discuss compensation with the central government. 4. Request the veterinary department to extend the time for bearing pigs. The veterinary director asked each farm to write a letter personally to request an extension, rather than asking for it through the union representative. In addition, the question of whether it is possible to rent land near the farm to bury the pigs was raised, and the rent was required to be borne by the state government. However, since the government has no funds, the rent must be borne by the pig farmers themselves. It is not known whether the Director General of Veterinary Medicine will discuss the compensation issue with the central government to appease pig farmers, or if there is some other conspiracy. Therefore, the relevant unions have provided nearly 10 acres of land out of their own pockets to bury the pigs. At the same time, the strengthening of environmental protection policies has also brought tremendous pressure to the breeding industry. In recent years, the government has implemented stricter environmental regulations, requiring farms to adopt more advanced wastewater treatment and manure management measures to reduce pollution to the surrounding environment. Although these requirements will help improve the ecological environment, the cost of upgrading facilities to meet environmental standards is high for small-scale farmers who lack funds, further accelerating the trend of industry consolidation. In addition, intensified market competition is also a key factor affecting the future development of the breeding industry. As the government allows more imported pork into the market, local farms face price competition pressure. If traditional pig farms cannot improve breeding efficiency and reduce costs, they may find it difficult to survive in the fierce market competition. Future directions faced with the dual challenges of the epidemic and environmental protection policies, the pig farming industry in Kuala Langat and even Malaysia will usher in a development trend of modernization, scale, and sustainability. First, strengthening biosafety management will become the focus of the industry. Farms need to introduce stricter disease monitoring mechanisms, improve disinfection and personnel entry and exit management standards, and reduce the possibility of external pathogens entering farms, such as using independent clean and dirty areas, strengthening disinfection management, etc., to reduce the risk of epidemic outbreaks. The application of closed breeding models and intelligent monitoring systems will help improve the overall epidemic prevention level and reduce the impact of external pollution sources. Secondly, large-scale and intelligent breeding will become the trend of future development. Small-scale farmers may be integrated or gradually exit the market, while large modern breeding companies will dominate. These companies improve production efficiency, reduce labor costs, and reduce environmental pollution through automated feeding systems, precision feeding technology, and environmental monitoring equipment. To extend the industrial chain and enhance market competitiveness, in addition to traditional live pig sales, pig farmers can consider expanding the pork deep processing industry, such as developing frozen pork and meat product processing, sausages, bacon, etc., to increase product added value. With the help of e-commerce and cold chain logistics, pork products can be sold directly to a wider market, reducing dependence on traditional wholesale markets. Through branded operations, the breeding industry can improve product quality and meet consumers' demand for safe and healthy pork. The introduction of the circular economy model will provide new development opportunities for the breeding industry. By utilizing manure as a resource, such as producing organic fertilizer or generating biogas for power generation, farms can generate additional revenue while reducing pollution. In addition, the pig slurry agriculture model is promoted to combine animal husbandry with agricultural planting, realize the recycling of waste, and improve the overall economic benefits. Despite the challenges, the Malaysian pig farming industry is actively pursuing modernization. For example, the Sarawak state government launched the Selangau Pig Farming Area, PFA project in November 2024, planning to produce 150,000 pigs per year by 2027 and create economic benefits of approximately 1.5 billion Malaysian ringgit. The project covers 575 acres and uses advanced biosecurity measures to improve production efficiency and reduce environmental impact. The African swine fever outbreak in Kuala Langat in 2025 exposed loopholes in the epidemic prevention of the breeding industry. At the same time, the government's environmental protection policies also brought new challenges to traditional breeders. but it still has development potential. In the future, the region's aquaculture industry needs to transform from traditional models to modern, environmentally friendly, and intelligent ones to cope with the pressure of the epidemic, environmental protection policies, and market competition. Only by strengthening biosecurity, promoting large-scale breeding, adopting environmental protection technologies, and expanding the industrial chain can the pig farming industry find opportunities and challenges and achieve sustainable development. In general, Kuala Langat's pig farming industry will transform from a traditional model to a modern, environmentally friendly, high-value-added model to adapt to market demand and ensure the long-term sustainable development of the industry.